Gangsters don't just stash cash, they naked vanish, hidden in vaults, buried in deserts, transferred to ghost accounts that don't even technically exist. The scariest part? Even top agencies are clueless. It's not just laundering, it's a disappearing act on a global scale. If you think you've seen it all, you haven't. Stick till end to uncover how far they can go. Cash stashes. Gangsters have been hiding piles of cash in plain sight for generations. In one Mexican drug raid, authorities found over $200 million in cash stuffed in suitcases and built into the very walls of a house. Old-school mobsters did the same. When Boston Mafia boss Whitey Bulger was caught, agents found $822,000 in cash hidden behind framed photos in his hideout. Even a Chicago crime family was stunned when investigators lifted wall pictures and found 15 envelopes with $728,481 in cash, plus jewelry and guns concealed in a wall cupboard. It sounds like a movie, but these are real-world cases. Organized crime also digs deeper, literally. In Italy, mafia kingpins built hidden bunkers in mountains or secret tunnels under houses to stash cash and avoid capture. Even after decades on the run, most fugitives can't spend everything, and some bury or wall wrap bundles of bills. Not every stash stays secret. In 2015, for instance, a Colombian farmer reportedly uncovered barrels of cash. Millions, maybe hundreds of millions, rumored to belong to a fallen cartel leader. Gangsters clearly love cash. It's untraceable and anonymous. But hiding paper money poses headaches. It must be kept safe from floods, fires, or even other criminals. So gangsters use hollow floors, buried caches, or secret panel doors. What do you think? Ever fantasized about a secret money room? Drop your thoughts below. The crypto revolution. Today's criminals are as digital as they are dangerous. Cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin offer a new kind of treasure chest. On the surface, Bitcoin transactions seem private, so games use them to slip money through borders. In late 2024, US law enforcement arrested a network of money launderers who picked up piles of drug cash in America, converted it into Bitcoin, and wired those coins to cartel bosses in Mexico and Colombia. Criminals also use crypto mixers and tumblers to blend tainted coins. A famous case involved Bitcoin Fog, a darknet bank that processed over 1.2 million Bitcoin, about $400 million at the time, from drugs and fraud. Organized gangs on the darknet routinely mix their cryptocurrency so traces fade, and privacy coins like Monero have become popular. They scramble transaction details so well that investigators say Monero has earned a cult following among privacy advocates. But its ease of use among criminals and money launderers has caught global attention. In one recent example, hackers funneled a $330 million Bitcoin heist into Monero, sending its price through the roof as they hid from law enforcement. That said, law enforcement is catching up. Blockchain forensic firms can follow some flows, and in 2024, analysts noted criminals laundered $22.2 billion in crypto, a record high, but still leave clues. Even so, big players keep innovating with code, secret wallets on encrypted drives, cold storage devices, and anonymous exchanges. It's an arms race. The straw man method. Why run a business yourself when someone else can take the fall? A favorite tool of gangsters, cartels, and white-collar criminals looking to stay hidden while the money keeps flowing. Straw man scam is simple. A mob boss or cartel kingpin doesn't put his name on a business. Instead, he installs a clean-cut front, someone naive, loyal, or desperate to act as the legal owner. On paper, they run the restaurant, construction firm, or import business. In reality, they're just a puppet. The real boss pulls the strings from the shadows. This tactic isn't just clever, it's dangerous. When authorities investigate, they often hit a wall. A real example hit headlines in 2023. U.S. officials exposed a Sinaloa cartel network laundering at least $16.5 million through shell companies in Wyoming. The companies were set up by Luis Ramirez, a U.S. citizen who, according to federal reports, was simply following instructions from cartel leaders in Mexico. Fake invoices, bogus transactions, and front businesses disguised the money trail. It's legal paperwork with criminal fingerprints. Because when the heat comes down, the straw man burns and the real boss walks away untouched. The offshore tactic. Gangsters don't just launder money. Actually, they relocate it. Offshore banking, anonymous shell companies, and secret trusts have become essential tools for hiding criminal wealth. And it's not new. The Panama Papers pulled back the curtain in 2016, exposing how elite criminals, from drug lords to mafia leaders, used Mossack Fonseca to stash millions in shell firms across the globe. But Panama is just the tip of the iceberg. Italian mafia clans have been caught pushing dirty euros through Luxembourg, Malta, and Caribbean tax shelters. Wiretaps captured one mob boss ordering his crew, "Go to East Berlin, buy everything." They didn't need violence, just paperwork. They bought discos, pizzerias, bars, clean businesses in secretive jurisdictions. The method? Send cash offshore, then bring it back as investments, loans, or business profits. So why do criminals still rely on this method? Because it works. It's not buried treasure, it's wired, laundered, and disguised in offshore trusts. And for the world's smartest criminals, secrecy is still the safest investment. The art in luxury goods strategy. Why use a bank when you can hide your money in a Picasso? For modern criminals, art and luxury goods aren't just symbols of wealth, they're tools of survival. They're portable, high-value assets that double as money laundering machines. Gangster can buy a $10 million painting, store it in a vault, and resell it later. And suddenly, their drug money looks like smart investment profit. The appeal is global. In Malaysia's infamous 1MDB scandal, stolen government funds were funneled into diamonds, collector art, and luxury real estate. In Equatorial Guinea, the dictator's son famously hoarded Fabergé eggs, supercars, and high-end homes across Europe, all paid for through corruption. Even in classic mafia circles, gangsters love crown-molded London mansions, gold-plated bathroom fixtures, and Swiss watches worth more than a house. For the underworld, art isn't beauty, it's currency. And nothing hides a crime quite like a framed masterpiece, a diamond bracelet, or a $300,000 timepiece ticking on a silent wrist. The real estate tricks. For the criminal elite, buying property isn't just an investment, it's a laundering strategy. Real estate absorbs cash quietly, flips easily, and rarely raises red flags. In places like Vancouver, a government inquiry found billions laundered through luxury housing alone. Drug lords and foreign oligarchs used nominee buyers, paid in all-cash deals, and flipped homes fast, scrubbing dirty money clean with every closing. In New York, the Towers of Secrecy scandal exposed how anonymous LLCs snapped up high-rise apartments in Manhattan. Behind each shell company was a trail of laundered funds. And in London, watchdogs uncovered over £4 billion in property tied to suspicious owners, many hiding behind offshore trusts. The methods vary, but the goal is the same. They don't hide money under the mattress anymore. They bury it in basements, penthouses, and beachfronts, one deed at a time. The family as a bank. Sometimes the best place to hide dirty money is with someone who trusts you. Criminals often use the people closest to them, parents, partners, even grandparents, to move money. These money mules don't always know they're breaking the law. They're told they're helping with a business, holding on to a gift, or simply doing a favor. But behind the smiles and bank transfers lies a laundering operation. These setups work because banks see law-abiding citizens on paper, a clean account, a quiet life. But when the deposits get larger or the transfers start crossing borders, red flags go up. Financial institutions now use algorithms to track suspicious patterns, even if the person doing the transaction seems squeaky clean. So, when it comes to laundering money, love is the perfect cover. But one slip, one question, one social post, and the entire scheme can fall apart. The casino method. Before crypto, there were chips. Casinos have always been a criminal's playground. It's one of the oldest tricks in the book. Walk into a casino with a bag of dirty money, buy chips, gamble just enough to look legit, then cash out with a check. On paper, it's gambling income. In reality, it's clean cash born from crime. Mobsters knew this long ago. In Vegas and Chicago, they paid off dealers, used planted high rollers, or quietly slid stacks into the system. Today, the methods are slicker, but the strategy is the same. Criminals favor high-speed slots or betting terminals where they can lose a few percent, then withdraw the rest as winnings. It's fast, subtle, and hard to trace. Modern casinos are required to report large transactions, but many still slip up. In 2022 alone, global regulators fined casinos over $264 million for failing to stop suspicious activity. Why? Because casinos move millions every day. $50,000 in chips doesn't always raise an eyebrow. Criminals also take advantage of anonymity. For the underworld, the house doesn't need to win. The goal is to walk out clean. The digital hiding places. Criminals no longer need safes. In the digital era, secrets are stored in hardware wallets, password vaults, and encrypted phones. A single 24-word Bitcoin seed phrase, memorized or hidden in a child's toy, can control millions. Lose it, it's gone forever. Find it, and you own a criminal empire's bankroll. But the confidence criminals have in these tools can be deadly. In 2021, the FBI pulled off a masterstroke called Operation Trojan Shield. Agents launched a fake encrypted phone service called Anum, and more than 12,000 gangsters worldwide used it. From the Italian mafia to Australian biker gangs, criminals openly discussed hits, drops, and wire transfers, believing their chats were safe. But they weren't. Every message was logged, every secret recorded. Law enforcement now uses advanced forensic tools that can sometimes bypass encryption altogether, and suddenly that secure vault is wide open. The mistakes. No crime spree is perfect. Even the smartest criminals slip. And when they do, it's not the bullets that bring them down, it's the money trail. One of the most common mistakes? Overspending. Flashy cars, luxury homes, and designer goods can expose gangsters who claim low or no income. Leaks are another trap. The Panama and Pandora Papers revealed how criminals use offshore companies to hide funds. Until hacked documents brought those secrets to light, no matter how private the network, one breach can blow it wide open. Then there's paperwork. A misspelled name, a reused email, or an IP address match can connect shell companies back to their real owner. And finally, underestimating investigators. With global databases and advanced forensics, law enforcement needs only one weak point. That single slip, a text, a flight, a transaction can bring an empire crashing down. If law enforcement knows all this, why aren't more gangsters behind bars? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching. Until the next chapter in the Outlaw book.